What is up, guys? Jared Spalding here, and today in this video I'll be talking about why you need to invest in precious metals. So, to start off right here, I'm going to say, usually in my videos I say I'm not trying to pressure you to do anything, and although obviously you're not required, I do want to persuade you to get into metals in this video because of multiple reasons. First off here is the collapse of the dollar. Now, although not guaranteed, it is likely, and many people would even say that it's inevitable, that the US dollar will collapse and be worth nothing. And with the way we're headed, it already seems to be happening. Inflation and soon hyperinflation are kicking into our country. So it's very viable that the dollar will become worth nothing because it has nothing to back it. You know, if it had metals to back it, then we wouldn't even be into this problem. But now it's your turn. You can invest in precious metals, which the government will be so valued to the government that you could sell it at way more than it's worth. Now, one thing to be careful with is the government's going to try to take your metal possibly, and if that happens, you're going to have to fend for yourself at that point. See, that's one problem with our corrupted government, is that it will do anything in a time of crisis. Do anything to get itself back on our feet, violate the Constitution, knowingly violate the Constitution, I should say. So you do have to be careful with that. But if we can at least stay somewhat civil, then you could definitely make a quick profit off those metals. Much needed metals would probably include gold, silver, and copper, and although it's not limited to this, these are your three best options. Now, another thing, even if the dollar collapse doesn't happen, a metal crisis probably will. Think about how much silver we're mining right now. That's why silver is so low. You can buy it when it's low, and it's a win-win situation because with all this mining being done, silver will become even rarer than it already is, thus creating a metal crisis, or at least less metal to ever be mined again. You know, this might be the lowest silver will ever fall in human history, ever. And if you invest now in it, you will not miss out on your opportunity to make a nice profit. Of course, gold and copper are always good because gold is such a overvalued metal that it's only going to continue to be overvalued and go up higher and higher. And copper is such an undervalued metal, the other way around here, that it can only go up in value. You know, it can only go up, and that's probably where it's headed. And probably, I mean definitely. All metals, I can guarantee you right now, are going to go up in value. Now, of course, another very good reason to invest in metals is to be financially secure. This kind of ties in with the last reason I gave, but in the future, let's say you don't have any money left, you've been trying to reach some kind of career and you can't. Happens more times than not. So what do? You go move back in with your parents, you have to go live on the streets, or if you're smart, you would have invested in metals already before you're even an adult, and thus has that to rely on to at least live for a little bit longer. You could sell some metals and at least feel your dream if you have enough, or at least fund yourself enough to afford to be able to get a different job, which can then support you and you can invest in more metal. Another thing about investing in metals that I personally like is the fact that you will generally not buy as much unnecessary stuff if you do buy metals, because you'll have less money to spend on things you don't need, and with some careful budget planning you can always keep enough money to live but not spend so much that you're basically living on the streets, like I said before. But you want to definitely put some towards metal because it's like buying a bond. Basically, you put some money in, you wait a little bit, and then you get a lot more money out. And at the time being, you don't have that money to spend on things that you don't need, like new shoes when you already have 10 pairs that you never wear, or whatever it may happen to be. You will have that money to take back out of your deposit, and at this point, you will have a lot more money, which you can then put into metals again and get even more money out, and keep on doing this until you are a millionaire. Now, yes, I do think I am highly biased towards investing in metals, and I hope I've at least informed you about their amazing benefits. And with that, I'd like to say thanks for watching. Remember, I don't want to force you to buy anything, but I certainly want to encourage you. And with that, I'd like to say peace, love, and much respect.